small force of armed peasants blocked the road west. "Oh, you best be gone, young Stoutheart. Flint Hills are free lands now." "Free? Free to be attacked by bandits and pillaged by other baronies. Who will protect the people? You?" "Well, why not? As you can see, we're quite well armed." "I can see that, but I caution you to think carefully before your next actions. Put down your weapons, answer my questions, and I'll be merciful. Or stand unlawfully against me, and my sword will deliver justice. Now, who armed you?" Petycja. Go petition! Petition! Stópkarze. "One of good intentions. I've seen Stoutheart mercy when old Lord Hammond was decapitated by your father. Now turn back." "It brings me no pleasure to turn my sword upon my subjects, but unlawful acts will not be tolerated. Stoutheart will stand." A crowd of peasants, led by a village elder, came out to greet Cecilia as her force entered Flint Hills. "I have defeated the rebels and restored Flint Hills to the protection of Stoutheart, as is my duty. Now who among you will tell me what happened?" "These knights and their soldiers appeared recently and armed all the local troublemakers. They seized our quarries and mines and started sending the shipments south towards Parkspool, where their patron awaits. And none of you stood against them? None of you sent word to the local warden or to Springhold?" "No, milady, we're afeard of our lives. We sent a messenger to Holmesglade to warn them and ask for help, but the messenger never returned. Remember this moment. The next time you're made of the offer of independence, I will always protect the barony from threats within and without. Join my forces and together we'll restore order to this territory. We'll heed the call to arms of Stoutheart, as we did for your father before you. There are able-bodied recruits in the peasant hut." What the fuck? Silkspool. We meet again. Barian mercenaries occupied the town of Ashburn. Their leader, Captain Silkspool, appeared at the gates. "Cecilia Stoutheart, welcome to the ancient city of Lady Hammond, newly reclaimed by the Topaz Battalion, led by me, Captain Xavier Silkspool. I see you did not heed my advice for a peaceful settlement." "Peaceful? You trespassed on the Stoutheart lands, razed and plundered our settlements and seized our towns, still with no declaration of war from Baria." "This is not Barian matter. We are merely under contract to restore Lady Hammond lands to her. If you agree to return them, I am certain we can negotiate for peace." "Without declaration of war, you are merely thieves and murderers, and will not negotiate with terrorists. Remember, we gave you a chance to return to Baria. Now every one of your dishonorable mercenaries will fall when we restore Ashburn." Beaten and humbled, Captain Silkspool is brought before Cecilia. "Lady Stoutheart, you have won the day. Shall we begin negotiations?" "No." "No?" "Willia, do we have proof that this Barian, Captain Silkspool, did trespass, steal from, and murder innocent people of Stoutheart?"
"Yes, milady. Many witnesses."
"And the sentence for these acts?"
"Execution."
"Execution? I had a contract. It's not me who won, but my employer. Surely we can come to an agreement, a trade? This is not Baria, so there will be no deals. When the law clearly states the sentence, welcome to Arleon." Splat. Stormcaller. Okay. Yo. A band of frog-like creatures filled the road ahead. This could only be the frogmen from the fetid swamps of Patrium. But what were they doing in the Tenderworld? Had the Fae enlisted them along with the skeletons? Greetings, human. We are seeking the Honorable Captain Silkspool, friend of Rana, noblest of men. Do you know him? Ribbit?
Silkspool? I've just had him killed for his many crimes against my people.
Killed? Silkspool? Is dead? We were here to warn him and to repay our debt. But life returns to the marsh. Ribbit.
So he called upon the froglings to help? You should never have left your marsh, little frogling. This is Arleon, and we had enough of foreigners trespassing on our lands.
Cecilia raced through the woods that border the Tenderworld to reach Peridin and the citizens of the western province. The threat of this Fae leader, Stormspire, and their foul creatures had spread from Barkspur in the north through the area around Thorncliffe, and now to the peaceful farmlands of Hazelpoint and Windshade. But what could have incited the Fae to leave the woods, I guess? Peridin, you look... Peridin? Peridin, you look like you've been through hell. How fare the settlements? Where and when did the attack start? Lady Cecilia, I'm relieved you have come. The trouble started before the attack. I have received reports of a strange blight affecting the verge of the Tenderworld and went to investigate. I've never seen anything like it. What does this have to do with the Fae attacks? I'm still trying to work it out. The land itself is infected, corrupted, but I couldn't find the source. As I was examining the corruption, we were attacked by masses of chittering rats and armed skeletons. We had to retreat, but the essence around these creatures is most unusual. Peridin, leave the corruption for now. What about the Stormspire in your message? This is not the first time I've heard her name. Where is she now? Oh my god. She's everywhere, Cecilia. I received a message for her aid at Windshade, but I had no sooner arrived than there was a call for aid at Hazelpoint. Then a messenger arrived from Maple Downs. I'm sorry, milady. I had to send for you. You did the right thing, Peridin. We've encountered the Fae in Flint Hills and the undead near Thorncliffe. We must assume this is an organized action by the Fae. Oh yes, organized. I beg to disagree, Cecilia. I have no evidence that links the undead to the Fae. The evidence will have to wait. We must stop Stormspire quickly and hope that brings an end to the undead monsters and this corruption. There will be time for your research when your people are safe.